Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about Sebastian's 5th month update. He is 5 months and I want to say almost a week. I think he turned 5 months on Thursday. He may start to talk because he's fascinated by the light. What? Are you smiling? Yeah. But a lot of things have changed. I want to say he went through a lot, both kind of like mental spurts and more so than growth spurts, although I do think he did go through a short thing of that. If you guys follow something called the Wonder Weeks, it is a book, but there is an app based off of the book, and what it kind of follows is more of the mental growth spurts than the physical growth spurts. And I found it very interesting to follow because as the timelines match up with him, I think he hits his about a week early, but they end up telling you, like, during this week and this week is when cognitively they start to develop these different ways of thinking or doing things, and you can kind of see, like, oh wow, like that is true. Like it says, oh, during this phase many babies start to be able to pass a toy from hand to hand or things like that, and it's just interesting to follow because so far to me it has been very accurate, but it also tells you the different symptoms that many babies go through, because just like a growth spurt, they act differently. And with the 5th leap that he has started, the beginning is always the fussiest. So he had been waking up a lot more throughout the night, not necessarily to eat, but just to kind of roll around. He would cry some, and we would have to get him back down to sleep, and it happened many times a night. It was very hard to soothe him sometimes, but in the end it was kind of like one of those phases or growth spurts, mental wise, and you can tell because it's almost like they want to be up because they want to demonstrate the new things that they're doing. So he went through that, and right before that, he went through the 4-month sleep regression, and that did hit him. It wasn't as bad as what he just went through, but he was waking up 1 to 2 times a night, whereas before, he had been sleeping 12 hours a night for probably a month, and then all of a sudden started waking up, again, not necessarily to feed, it was just to kind of wake up. He'd be fussy or something. He is currently chewing on his hand, which he has been doing a lot more recently. I don't necessarily see any teeth, but he's been showing symptoms of teething for a while now, in terms of he always drools a lot. He wants to chew on everything. What are you doing? He's never really fussy. He was the times that he was waking up, but who wouldn't be fussy when they're waking up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep? So those we kind of passed off. He did lose his appetite a little bit, which is again another symptom of that, and I know they kind of go through some lulls between the growth spurts, but he did lose an appetite. He was still within the healthy guidelines, so there's nothing to be concerned about, but he was taking in less, and he also refused solids for a week. He still is kind of iffy about them. We haven't quite discovered if it's the whole being spoon-fed or if it's just he doesn't like the texture, and so right now we're kind of in the middle of trying to figure out what we want to do, because we don't want to force feed him. That's never good or recommended. So we're trying to figure out if we would just want to wait a little bit longer and kind of do the baby-led weaning. So that's also been on our minds. He is doing a lot better with sitting up. He is still assisted, like I'll still always have pillows around him, but he can kind of control himself. He may not sit straight up, and eventually he may like to lean over or lean to the side. He is starting to pull himself up, like he fell against some of the pillows and he was able to get himself back to a seated position. At least he's done that a few times. So that's a great milestone. He still really likes to stand. I think I said this in my last video, but I don't think he's going to be a crawler. I think he's going to be one of those that he just rolls around. Yeah, you agree. And then he goes straight to walking. He did attempt to pull himself up in the crib, but I kind of ruined that by going in, and he heard me and it just scared him. So he hasn't really been too interested in doing that, but he loves to stand. You almost have to trick him into sitting. Yeah. his personality is coming through a lot. Right now he is standing and he's dancing on my legs. So it's very interesting to see because I think he has a great mixture of my husband and I. He is a very laid-back, chilled baby. Many toys don't necessarily interest him. It's quite comical. He's kind of like an old soul. If you put on music, he's perfectly calm. If you put him in a room filled with people, he loves to just sit there and listen. But if you put him around toys, he doesn't last longer than like 3 to 5 minutes and he's ready for the next thing. So he's pretty like not occupied by toys, but anything else he's perfectly fine with. So I play a lot of music and I'll put some Baby Einstein on or something and he will watch those and be fine. He loves to laugh. He's so ticklish, like just about everywhere. He has said dada and baba. He has a wide vocabulary, but yet I have not been able to get either of them on camera because he always picks the most inopportune times. He's just, when we measured him here at home, because he does not go for a next update until 6 months, we measured him at 28.5 inches and about 21.5 pounds. So he still seems to be moving up that scale. He is between 12 and 18 month clothing. There is some 18 month clothing that is not broad enough for him and it's very tight to get on. But there are some 12-month things that do fit him. So he is kind of between those right now. He's in size 5 diapers, which I know not a lot of people believe me when I say that, but he is. So other than that, I don't really think there's much. He rolls around in the crib a lot. He does like to roll, but shows no sign of wanting to crawl or anything. He'll just roll to where he wants to go, and that's about it. But other than that, he's a very happy and healthy baby. He's currently staring at his feet right now, but he is still a ball of joy, and seeing what he gets into every day is more and more interesting. Seeing what fascinates him is more and more interesting. He's very funny, but other than that, he is just his own little character. Yeah. And yeah, so the 5th month so far is going terrific, and we will see you all at his 6-month update. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you enjoy this video. Again, if any of you have little babies, I'd love to hear about them because I just love talking about babies and families and stuff. It's so fun, and yeah, so we will see you all very soon. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed and subscribe for more. And I hope you have a good one. Bye, guys. Say mwah.